I chose to attend Herzing University in Madison, Wisconsin as a career college after having worked for 10 years in sales and marketing directly out of high school, college, tried a couple different colleges in my late teens, early 20s. Worked 10 years, then I left the workforce to raise 2 children full-time for 14 years. When I left the workforce, personal computers became very mainstream in the workforce. So when I needed to return to work, I had no computer skills. So I knew I needed some level of retraining just to break a re-entry as a returning worker, female worker. So I chose Herzing College because of 2 main considerations. They had a schedule that allowed me to seamlessly go back to school and still maintain what I had for my family. Secondly, that I could get an associate's degree in a year and a half, getting me back into the workforce in a more timely fashion. And the traditional schools, so-called traditional schools, could not accommodate on either of those 2 fronts. I work for a company called Quest Software. It's a multinational corporation that writes IT software for IT professionals. We have offices all over the globe. 80 research and development labs, and I work in one of the research and development labs in Madison. When I first started at Herzing, I had never logged on to a Windows operating system. I would not be able to do the job that I do had I not gotten my degree at Herzing. I think it's good value for the tuition that students pay. I like the format and the accessibility of faculty and staff, that it is very student-centered, and most importantly, that they really have transformed to match what business needs are. We no longer have an industrial society. We are working in an information-based age, globalized economy. We need educational facilities, and I think the for-profit sector has really been able to match up to the needs of a changing economy and society. I guess one other point that's very close to my heart is I do have 2 teenage sons. They are college preparatory students in their high schools. I am here in Washington and interested in educational reform, gainful employment in particular, not only for myself and for my alma mater, but also for my children to have options, their peers to have options, for an educational system that meets their needs to be productive and happy citizens. So, you know, it really is an important thing to look at. How do we educate kids to be happy and successful? And you know, I don't think that the gainful employment pending legislation is the right solution. I think we have a couple of correct problems identified, but it's not going to get us to where we need to be.